Welcome friends, good morning all. This is the lecture series of Operation Research subject, in which this is lecture number 7 and the example number 5. Consider the network which consists of the following activities. Draw the network diagram and find the critical path, project completion time and free floats of non-critical activities. And here in the data there are activity, predecessors and weeks are mentioned. So according to the data, I am going to start to draw the network diagram, because in the example mentioned that draw the network diagram and then find the critical path. So at first I am going to start the network diagram. So here activity A and B, there is no predecessor. Okay, so this is event 1, this is activity A, which is having the duration of for week. So this is event number 1 and event number 2. Then activity B, there is no predecessor. Okay, so it can be start from event number 1. So this is activity B and the duration is 3 weeks, and this is the event number 3. Now activity C, predecessor are A and B. Okay, so here A and B should be joined, but here there is no another activity to join that. Then in this situation we will join this A and B activity through the dummy activity. Okay, so here I will just draw the dummy activity by dotted line. This is the dummy activity D1. Okay, so here activity B and C both are connected. Now draw the activity C. Sorry, from this I will connect. Okay, so A and B are joined. So activity C, predecessor are A and B. Okay, so I will start from here because at this event activity A and B are finished. So here I will draw the activity C. This is activity C and duration is 2 weeks. Now activity D, again predecessor are A and B. Okay, so that can be started over here. The activity D can also be started over here. This is activity D and the duration is 5 weeks. Here 1, 2, 3 event number 4 and event number 5. Then activity E, so predecessor is B, so it can be start over here. D is completed, so E, predecessor is B, so it can be started from this. This is activity E and the duration is 6 weeks. This is event number 6. Now activity F can be started at the activity C is finished. Okay, so predecessor is C, so here I will start the activity number F. This is activity F, the duration is 4 weeks and this event is event number 7. Then activity G, it can be started when activity D is completed. Okay, so here activity G, predecessor D, so this is D predecessor and this is activity D. But here F and G will merge together. Okay, so this is activity F and this is event. Okay, so F and G will merge. So I will draw the activity which will merge into the activity F. So this is activity G and duration is 3. Now activity H will start from F and G. Okay, here F and G activity are finished, so the H will start over here. But here in the last activity the predecessor will merge, E and H will merge, so this is E, so H will merge in this event. So I will draw my H activity which will start from finishing of F and G. Okay, so here F and G activity are finished, so I will start the activity H over here and it will merge into the activity E. Here activity E is finished. Okay, so I will draw the activity H. The duration is 7 weeks and the last activity, last two activity I and J. So I will start from F and G and J will start from E and H. Here E and H and here F and G. So here I. So predecessor F and G, F and G. So this is activity I. Duration 4 weeks. And this is activity J. So predecessor E and H. So I will start the activity over here. So this is activity number J and duration is 2. And this is the last event, event number 8. Now we have to find out the earliest start time and latest finish time. For that I have just drawn the 2 square boxes on each event. So you just mention the earliest start time and latest finish time. So top box is for earliest start time and lower box is for latest finish time. So please keep in your mind, for the first activity always take the earliest start time is 0. Now see this equation, ESI, earliest start time of head event. J is head event. Earliest start time of head event is equal to maximum of earliest start time of tail event plus Dij plus duration. So 0 plus 4 is equal to 4 for activity 2 or B, 0 plus 3. And here activity D is going here, but the duration of activity G is always 0. Activity D, dummy activity duration is always 0. So here maximum of 2. Here 0, that's why 0 plus 4 for event number 3. 0 plus 3 is equal to 3 for event number 4. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6 for event number 5. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. At event number 7, 2 activity are coming. So take the maximum from 2 activity. Okay, 6 plus 4, 10 and 9 plus 3, 12. So this is the maximum. So take 12 because here maximum, okay, ESJ is equal to maximum of activity coming. Okay, so this is 12. Here also 2 activity are coming. Okay, so take the maximum. 3 plus 6, 9 and 12 plus 7, 19. So 19 is maximum. So take the 19. Here also 2 activity are coming. So take the maximum of earliest time. So 12 plus 4, 16 and 19 plus 2, 21. So take the maximum 21. Now as you all are know that the latest finish time of last activity is equal to earliest start time of last event. Okay, latest finish time of last event is equal to earliest start time of that last event. So 21, so latest finish time is also 21. Now the equation to find out latest finish time for another events are latest finish time of tail event is equal to minimum of latest finish time of head event minus duration. So here for activity number 7, okay, two possibility are there. Okay, so take the minimum. Here two activity are going. Okay, so here two possibility are there for latest finish time. So first is from here and second is one from here. So take the minimum from both the one. So 21 latest finish time of head event minus duration. So 21 minus 4, 17, and 19 minus 7, 12. So minimum is 12. So write down 12 for this event. 21 minus 2, 19. Okay, so 19 minus 7, that's why 12. Okay, now for event number 5, here only one possibility are there. Okay, because one event are going. So 12 minus 3, 9. Here 12 minus 4, 8. Here 19 minus 6, 13. Event number 2. So 8 minus 2, 6. And another activity you are going over here. So here two possibility are there. So take the minimum. 8 minus 2, 6, and 9 minus 5, 4. So take the minimum 4. Now for last node, or it is the initial node, 13 minus 3, 10, and 4 minus 4, 0. So take the minimum 0. So this is our calculation. So as per the critical path, the criteria is earliest start time is equal to latest finish time. Earliest start time is equal to latest finish time. So here same, both are same. Here both are same. Here both the earliest start and latest finish are same. Here same, and here also. So the draw critical path, that is 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Then this is not critical path, this is critical path because both value are same. So 2 to 5. So 2 to 5, then 5 to 7, 5 to 7, then 7 to 6, because here both value are same. So here 7 to 6 and 6 to 8. Okay, 6 to 8. So our critical path is 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 6, and 6 to 8. That is activity A, activity D, activity G, activity H, and activity J. A, D, G, H, and J. This is our critical path. So as mentioned in the example, draw the network diagram. So this is our network diagram and find the critical path. So this is our critical path. Now we have to find out the project completion time and free floats of non-critical activity. Now for the project completion time and find out the total floats and free floats, I have just draw the table. in which we'll just write down the value of total floats and free floats for non-critical activity. In our example, only free float are mentioned to determine, but for the sake of your understanding, I will calculate both the one total float as well as free float. And here this is our network diagram, and as we know that the critical path is this: A, D, G, H and I. This is our critical path. Now find out the total float, that is Fj, and total float for the two event 1 to 2. Okay, this is 1 to 2. So total float LFJ. LFJ means latest finish time of head event minus earliest start time of tail event minus duration. So 4 minus 0 minus 4 is equal to 0. So total float is 0. Now for activity 1 to 3, here latest finish time LFJ 13 minus 0 minus 3 is equal to 10. Now for 2 to 4, 8 minus 4, that is 4, minus 2 is equal to 2. Then for 2 to 5, 9 minus 4, that is 5, minus duration 5 is equal to 0. For 3 to 6, so 19 minus 6 minus 19 minus 3, 16 minus 6, that is 10. Now for 4 to 7, 12 minus 6 is equal to 6, and minus activity duration, so 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So this is 2. Now 5 to 7, 12 minus 9 is equal to 3, and 3 minus activity is equal to, means 3 minus activity 3 is equal to 0. Now 7 to 6, 19 minus 12, 7, and then minus duration, so 7 minus duration 7 is equal to 0. 7 to 8, 21 minus 12 minus 4 is equal to 5. And for the last activity, that is 6 to 8, 21 minus 19, 2 minus activity, okay, 21 minus 19, that is 2, minus duration 2 is equal to 0. So this is total float. And for the free float, earliest start time of J minus earliest start time of I minus duration. So 4 minus 0 minus 4. So it is also 0. For 1 to 3, 3 minus 0 minus 3, 0. 2 to 4, 6 minus 4 minus 2 is equal to 0. 2 to 5, so 9 minus 4 minus 5 is equal to 0. 3 to 6, 19 minus 3, 16 minus 6 is equal to 10. 4 to 7, 12 minus 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. 5 to 7, 12 minus 9 minus 3 is equal to 0. H 7 to 6, 7 to 6. 19 minus 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. 19, which activity? 7 to 8. Sorry, 7 to 6. So 19 minus 12, that is 7, minus 7 is equal to 0. Now 7 to 8. 21 minus 12 minus 4 is equal to 5. And for the last activity, J, that is 6 to 8. So 21 minus 19, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so please see in this 0, 0. Total float and free float are 0. Here total float and free float 0. Total float, free float 0. Total float, free float 0. Total float, free float 0. So this is activity A, where both the total and free floats are 0. Activity D, activity G, activity H, and activity J. So this is nothing but our critical path. Activity A, D, G, H, and J. So this is our critical path. So please keep in your mind, for the critical path, both the total float and free floats value are 0. So our critical path is A, D, G, H, J. And the project completion time is 21 week. So here I have finished our example number 6. And in the next lectures, I will start the another example in which we will cover all the network diagram, free floats, total floats, and earliest start time and latest finish time. Thank you very much, all of you.